example number 3 is really, I like the way the textbook did this. So you have a circle. Well, I gotta draw it bigger because there's a lot of stuff to write inside of it. They have a circle, and it's like a pie chart, but they don't use percentages. But it leads into how you find the percentages and make a pie chart. So we have a perfectly drawn circle there. I'm probably gonna have to get a compass. And so I have a bunch of points here. So this point here is point C. And somewhere over here I have point D. And then somewhere over here I have point E. That is a bad circle, by the way. And then somewhere over here we have point A. And then somewhere over here we have, I gotta be careful how I do this, point B. So that goes like that, 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 and that. And then this is the information that we're given. These are athletes. And that is 83 degrees. This is musicians. And that is 108 degrees. These are investors. This is actor. Oh, I'm sorry, this is 29 degrees. Actors is 79 degrees. And other is over here. And that is 61 degrees. So first and foremost, if I add all these up, it equals 360 degrees. And so let me read what the textbook says. It says, a recent survey asked teenagers whether they would rather meet a famous musician, athlete, actor, inventor, or other person. The circle graph shows the results. Find the indicated measures. So what they want us to find is the measure of arc AC. They want us to find the measure of arc ACD. They want us to find the measure of arc ADC. And they want us to find the measure of arc EBD. Okay, so this is just like the other problem, you're adding it up. But what we're going to segue into is, if I wanted to know the percentage of actors, I've got 79 degrees, so that would be 79 degrees, but 79 degrees is a slice or portion of the total circle. So to find the percentage, I would say 79 degrees over 360, and then multiply that by 100. This is not what we're doing in this problem, but this is, we're leading up to it. So I would say 79 divided by 360. That gives me my decimal. Multiply that by 100, and I get 21.9%. So there's a relationship here between the measure of the angle and the total amount of the angle, right? So remember, on proportions, the top number is usually the part, the bottom number is usually the whole. So the measure of this central angle is 79 degrees. That's a part of the whole, which is the full circle, which is 360 degrees. But what we're trying to do is identify that we can divide this pie up into different size slices, okay? And we're just focusing on the central angles. In other words, this central angle is 83, this one's 108, this one's 29, this is 79, this is 61. Okay? So to find the measure from A to C, we have a tendency to focus on the minor arc. So it's probably going to be 29 plus 108. All right, so that would be 29 plus 108, just from A to C, the minor arc. Now A to C could also be this way, but what we tend to do is if it's just two letters, you focus on the minor arc, and then if they want you to do the major arc, they throw in a third letter. And that third point will tell you, like, see, if I say A to C, you're going to choose the minor arc. But if they wanted us to focus on the major arc from A to C, they would say like AEC or ADC, and that lets us know to go this way. Okay, that's just a general rule of thumb. So that is equal to 137 degrees. ACD is going to go from A to C to D. So that's just going to be the 137, right? So from A to C is 137. From here to here is 137. And then we're going to tack on the 83. And if you add that up, I think that's 220. Okay. And then it says ADC, so now what that wants us to do is go this way, ADC. So I'm going to add 79 plus 61 plus 83. And you get 223. Okay. And to go EBD, so I'm going to go E to B to D, I'm going to add all these up. Now notice that EBD is the major arc and the minor arc is just the 61. So I could find that by saying 360 minus 61. Or I could say, which by the way is equal to 299. Or I could say EBD. I could say 79 plus 29, right? EBD. So 79 plus 29 plus 108 plus 83. And if you add that up, that should also equal 99. So I could go this plus this plus this plus this, 79 plus 29 plus 108 plus 83, which is 299 degrees, or I could take the 61 degrees and subtract it from 360. Same thing. One's the major arc, one's the minor arc. And that's example 3.